Hi, my name is Elizabeth Bjørndal Ruud. Be rude if it's easier to remember. um, I am a late diagnosed ADHDer and a founder and a CEO of ADHD Plus. Um, my story is not very unlike very many of the stories I hear every day. I was completely overlooked. My symptoms didn't fit the diagnostic system's criteria. So I was calm um, on the outside, and I was good at school. I got good grades. I was smiley, polite. I did what I was told mostly, and that was not, equal with ADHD. I also had a brother who was diagnosed with Asperger's syndrome in 1992. And he was so different from me that I felt very normal at that time. However, I didn't also. So it was a weird feeling of not understanding why I felt different from the others, why I didn't like hanging with the girls and um, talking about other girls, or I didn't like the competition. I was bullied when I was 8 years old. I didn't tell my parents because I didn't want to burden them. So I've reflected a lot about these things, and my teenage years were quite rebellious. Although you couldn't tell on the outside, it was like on the inside, and I was a master in, facade lying and masking my problems all the way. So it went quite troublesome. I did manage to get good grades anyhow. I was lucky that I had this photographic memory. I didn't learn anything about from school, but I did manage to get good grades. And fast forward, because it was depression, came along with these feelings of not understanding yourself and feeling that you are not fitting in with a group, and having these thoughts about people that you don't, say out loud, feeling like an imposter, and always stressing about being social. Even though I do like people, I love people, but I like being with people I feel safe with. And I didn't until I got diagnosed with ADHD. And I was 43. So how did I get the diagnosis? My daughter, my youngest, she fell out of school because of bullying. She wasn't understood either. And it turned out many years later that she also is gifted and has autism. And she's super creative and smart, and she is a master in masking. So no grown up grown-ups around her believed her. So she had a really difficult time, and I had to get help, which I didn't get in the first place. We managed to get an assessment when she was 12, and they said ADHD. but it didn't explain, her autism sides. So I had to go. But when she was diagnosed at 12, they looked at me and said that it was very inheritable. So who, resembled her, or who did she resemble? And I looked at her and I said, me. We always, get told that we are so alike with our energy and yes, and then it hit me. Um, Really, it hit me. It hadn't hit me before, really, because there weren't any good research at that time, or people, psychologists that I talked to at that time, they didn't know. So I got diagnosed with ADHD, and later on, she also got the autism and giftedness diagnosed, and we had to go private. I was also rejected by our healthcare system twice, but I managed to find a psychiatrist who had like an agreement with the authorities, so he could assess me. Yes, it was a call it up and down, like a roller coaster ride until I got the diagnosis, and it was also a roller coaster ride afterwards, like in the other way, back in time. So it was forward and backwards, and a lot of feelings, a lot of grief, a lot of anger, also relief. Yes, a lot of feelings, and that's why I'm doing this now. I am a special need teacher. I have a master's in that, and I also have 2 years of psychology and so many courses and webinars, and I've read all the books, and I've taken all the classes I could, because I got so hyper focused in helping my daughter and myself and my eldest daughter, who also got the diagnosis later than me and my youngest. She was 21. So yes, so that's my story in a nutshell. A lot of suffering, and I know that that's very common, and so we need each other, and we need community, and we need a lot of grace and compassion for ourselves. And once we learn how to do that, it becomes so much easier to live with this diagnosis. So all the best to you. If you want to join my programs, you're so welcome.